the most difficult encounters frequently become the most noteworthy. In finding our direction in this world, we should oppose the impulse to aimlessly follow those before us like sheep. On second thought, diagram our own way to where we genuinely ought to be. The insight of quiet is a fortune acquired over the course of life, frequently through the hardships and difficulties we face. So assuming you are new here, kindly like the video and subscribe. Measurements show that just 15% of my crowd is subscribed to the feed, so assuming that this content has assisted you in any capacity, I request that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Our life is like a play, and the main thing isn't the secret long it endures, but the quality of the presentation we offer. Like a gem, we shine all the more brightly after being polished by difficulties. Actually, life is short and always accompanied by tension. Those who live stressed over the future, forgetting the past and disregarding the present, are trapped in a cycle of restlessness. However, a masterfully carried out life can feel sufficiently long, and no human blemish is strong to the point that it can't be controlled with discipline. Throughout our life, we should learn to partake in the joys of the present without sacrificing our future. An equilibrium requires thinking and self-restraint to achieve a full and fulfilling life. Sometimes, we only realize the pointlessness of many things when we start to live in them and face challenges before it's vital. Clinging too much to material belongings denies us of the true wealth found in living as one with nature. This agreement ensures that we won't ever be truly poor. On the other hand, constantly seeking others' approval keeps us from achieving genuine abundance. Wisdom lies in the wise man, while the fool blindly follows the expert without understanding that being everywhere is similar to being nowhere. Pondering and learning from our experiences truly shapes our personality. Uncontrolled anger often does more harm to us than the initial provocation. Only time has the capacity to heal what unreasonable anger can cause. Our plans can potentially fail if they lack clear and defined purpose. A man who doesn't know which port he's setting out toward will never have the wind in his approval. True power lies in having command over oneself. Beware of those who propose actions without taking risks. Genuine courage lies in making bold decisions and facing the consequences. Real happiness is found in living in the present without fixating on the future. An anxious mind is only bound for misery. Preparedness meeting opportunity results in obvious luck. If you wish to escape the challenges that torment you, the essential change doesn't involve moving to a better place but changing into a different person. Time reveals truth, and ultimately, it remains critical to learn to live continuously being grateful and facing life without forgetting the pain, because by acknowledging it, we can overcome it and find a lasting sense of reconciliation. Often, 50% of the violence we experience as humans is born from our own weakness in facing life's challenges. A man who faces misfortune fearlessly is a commendable exhibition. We defer life more than we should, and it flies by. Often, we are alarmed more by what we imagine than by what actually happens. The key to significance is a demanding test. Not the absence of things devastates us, but the constant and unreasonable craving. Sometimes, we are unremarkable in our fears, but brilliant in our desires. Life isn't short, but we often shorten it. We are not empty, but we waste what we have. Starting to live fully in the present and appreciating each day as a separate life is a significant pattern. He who is brave is truly free. The company of people who help us grow is invaluable. Each fresh beginning arises from the end of something. Religion is seen in different ways by different people, including traditional people, the wise, and rulers. Often, the most significant lessons are not taught in classrooms but in daily life. Appreciation is a noble quality, and the desire to improve is an essential part of the self-improvement process. If someone has hurt you, it's because at that point, they were stronger or weaker than you. If you are stronger, forgive yourself. Life can change in a matter of seconds. Most of the life we truly experience is simple and everyday, the rest consists of fleeting moments. Wisdom isn't acquired by chance, it is generated through experience and knowledge. Although you might feel alone, this is because you don't need anyone. What matters is who is nearby and how you value yourself. Don't let money or your past experiences control you. If we were happier with what we have, we would probably be more satisfied long before. It was said that a man's age was proven by the number of years he had lived, but in reality, longevity lies in how we face our flaws and overcome them. Humanity's greatest treasures are not found in material objects but deep within ourselves. A wise man finds happiness in what he has, no matter its nature. Avoiding longing for what he doesn't have. Fear often arises from ignorance. When someone devotes all their time to traveling, they may meet many people, but they rarely produce genuine friendships. Have you ever considered what it might be like to live in a world where every relationship, whether close or casual, was based on principles like compassion, justice, and kindness? Imagine adopting virtue as the fundamental underpinning of all our interactions. In this fictional universe, each experience would be imbued with virtue. Compassion, justice, and kindness would be the foundations of our relationships. Quo invites us to build this reality where virtue becomes the major pillar of profound and meaningful connections. Beauty, like a warm fire, is a glue that binds souls and a light that illuminates the way. It allows us to see the world through the eyes of others, embracing their joys and struggles, and providing unconditional support. In our relationships, virtue is the force that drives us to be fair and impartial, teaching us that true harmony doesn't reside in control or submission but in collaboration and mutual respect. Through virtue, we find common ground where we can grow together instead of drifting apart. The pursuit of virtue inspires us to be better individuals, reminding us that although we are flawed, we have the capacity to grow. Compassion, patience, and gratitude, each action directed by virtue, brings us closer to the ideal of profound and enriching relationships. Marcus Aurelius tells us that virtue is a way of life, a constant journey of self-discovery and improvement. This process of refining virtue helps us become better friends, partners, parents, and citizens. This journey is one of life's greatest rewards. So choose to embrace virtue in your relationships, be the person who extends a helping hand, seeks justice, and practices kindness. Remember, every virtuous action strengthens relationships and builds a more compassionate and connected world. We have the power to make every relationship meaningful, build deep connections, and illuminate the world with beauty. Embrace this responsibility and inspire others to do the same. Together, we can create a world where virtue thrives and truly meaningful relationships flourish. With this, we bid farewell to this reflection on virtue as the focal point for meaningful relationships. Remembering that we can't neglect its importance, but we must ponder the steps we can take to make this vision a reality. The key starts with yourself. Be the problem solver that cultivates virtue in your own interactions. Practice compassion and simply be kind. Remember that small acts of virtue can make a significant difference. Treat others with respect, listen attentively, and learn and grow together. Also, share this vision with others. Encourage your friends, family, and colleagues to embrace virtue in their relationships. Show them how compassion, justice, and kindness can strengthen bonds and create a more harmonious and welcoming environment. Together, we can build a reality where virtue is valued and meaningful relationships flourish. It's a challenge worth undertaking, and the reward is a more compassionate and connected life where everyone has the opportunity to thrive and grow together. So let's embark on the journey towards this vision and make a difference one relationship at a time. Have you ever thought about how to deal with anxiety? In a world full of uncertainties, there is a remedy for the constant turmoil that often torments us. The Stoics have answers. Philosophy presents us with solid and timeless principles that challenge us to rethink our relationship with anxiety. In this theme, we will delve into 9 Stoic principles that, when applied, can question and transform the way we approach our day-to-day worries. Prepare to explore a path where equanimity is more than just passing relief, but a profound shift in how we face life's challenges. Are you ready to discover the secrets of Stoic tranquility? The first of these principles is to recognize what is within your control and what isn't. Focus your energy only on the things you have some control over, like your actions. Anxiety often arises when we worry about what is unchangeable for us. Embracing the present moment is another key principle. Excessive worry about the future or regretting the past can feed anxiety. The Stoics teach us to value the current moment and make the best of present circumstances. Accept the inevitable anxiety that sometimes arises by resisting life's unavoidable conditions. Learn to accept them with equanimity and face them with courage. The third principle involves practicing detachment and avoiding becoming too attached to specific outcomes. The Stoics teach us to do our best but to be prepared to accept any outcome without being emotionally affected. The fourth principle is the cultivation of courage. It means facing your fears and challenges with bravery. Stoic courage doesn't mean the absence of fear but acting rightly despite fear. The fifth principle is to rationally analyze your emotions. In moments of anxiety, calmly analyze your emotions and ask yourself why you feel anxious